talking about things. Welcome to the Patriots Lab, where we ain't even trying to make them liberals mad. Cause freedom of speech is what us individuals have. It's the gift when we gab. Talking about things that the brainwashed cannot mentally grasp, like staying loud and waving our American flags. This is for the free thinkers, wearing their MAGA and wearing the cags. Draining the swamp is the ultimate goal, but the sheeple will swear it's a fad, like it's just a phrase. But when we show them the facts, the fools got nothing to say. And deep government state wanna get up in our face, but hasn't done it yet cause Trump's in the way, trying to protect us from a troublesome fate. And because of that, we'll never lose our faith, plus God keeping us cool and safe. But I still hope we get 4 more years so we could throw a huge parade. I can see it now, Patriots on a float, and POTUS will go down in history as one of the GOATs for making the swamp pay for taking every one of his votes. His enemies are the cancer whether or not Trump give him the smoke. Now relax it back and take notes as we kick facts with the homie Ray though. Speak your mind in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots Lab, where we ain't even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said speak your mind in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots Lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. I said, speak your mind in the Patriots Lab. It's freedom time in the Patriots Lab, where we not even trying to, we make them liberals mad. Speak your mind, it's freedom time. Without even trying to, we make them liberals mad.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. It's Friday. It's Friday. It's Friday. Let me make sure I get all my links up. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. Let me turn it down first. It's Friday. Let me get it. Hold on. Bear with me. Got some feedback. Okay. Good, great Friday afternoon, people, Patriots, whoever you consider yourself to be. And you are in the Patriots Lab. Thanks, everybody, for joining, tuning in. Ah, yes. Love it. Love it. Love it. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. What's going down? What has everybody got planned for the weekend? Whatever you're doing this weekend, please make sure you're safe. Make sure you go to a safe city also. But I'm going to kick this off real quick. We got a lot to talk about. We're going to talk about Biden's aliases. We're going to talk about the plea deal that's in place for the 9/11 Mastermind. We're going to be talking about how Joe Biden has just sent F-16s from Denmark and the Netherlands over to Ukraine. We're going to talk about a lot of it. Remember, like, share, subscribe, ring that bell so you can get some instant notifications. But without further ado, let's see where we're going to start. Let me see. Let's go with this first. I don't know if y'all heard, but there's been some things happening, and we're gonna let my man explain it for himself.
Minnesota, a small town, just called it quits. The city says they have 0 applications for any new cops to come on board. Madison Allworth with me. This isn't just a local problem, is it?
Right. I mean, that's shocking to hear, but the reality is we're dealing with this across the U.S. Departments struggling with retention, and as a result, then having people come in is also an issue. So this really started back in 2018, but in the past couple of years, it's gotten much worse. So 65% of police agencies reported an increase in retirements between 2020 and 2022. And then this part is even more concerning. 66% reported an increase in resignations. So people leaving before their pensions kick in. And then, like I said, the problem is there aren't young officers stepping up to fill the gaps. I got these numbers that you're seeing here from a police source here in New York City. These are the number of people who took the NYPD civil service exam to become police officers. In 2021, over 14,000 people took that test. The next year said the pay of $22 an hour is just not competitive when you look at other departments nearby that make $30 an hour. Higher pay is working for some police departments. Going to reference a story that Ashley just did, San Francisco.
Okay, so what we actually have here in Good Hope, Minnesota. Good Hope, Minnesota. Good for them. $22 an hour to put your life on the line. Let me let you know also in the vicinity. This is approximately 62 miles from where the George Floyd incident took place. So, can you imagine trying to be a police officer in an area where it's ground zero almost for defunding the police movement, and you don't have no support, no backing for a whole police department? Can you see that that lunch break? Can you see that cafeteria? How did that accumulate? Yo, bro, I'm out. You out? You out? You out? See, that's what you call team. That's what you call a team right there. That's what you call a team. And kudos to them. I hope that they get picked up if they decide to stay in the law enforcement area. I hope they get picked up somewhere else. And kudos for them. But $22 an hour, I'm not putting my life on the line for people that don't appreciate me. Drop your comments. What do you think about it? Before I go any further, let me give my shout outs. Yvonne Gomez, good morning. Bill Reese, good afternoon. Mama D, good afternoon. Lisa Dawn Hill, good afternoon. Wendy Lee, good afternoon. Janelle Payne Jensen, good afternoon. My brother Ramlin Rick, good afternoon. Who we got on this screen? Alicia Story, good afternoon. Michelle Christine, good afternoon. Mary Cherwalski, good afternoon. But yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy. But with everything that's going on with the FBI, one of the most prestigious, in my opinion, parts of the military, the strong parts of the military, is our, what we call them, Navy SEALs, Special Forces. Now these right here, the Navy SEALs, I consider them to be the elite of the elite. These are the cats that go and bring people back. These are the cats that go on missions. Can you imagine going somewhere and there's a 50% chance you might not make it back? Or going somewhere under this administration, there might be an 85% chance you might not make it back. I'm getting ready to show a clip of this Marine, retired Marine, as he breaks down. Just listen as he breaks this down to these people. Let me see. Here we go. Let's get some volume first. Let me see if I can get volume.
It really does.
Okay, I gotta start it from the beginning.
Not the slightest. That's pretty sad, ma'am. That really is. And it really shows who your allegiances are to. It really does. And as somebody who served this country myself, I want to make a comment about something that one of my colleagues who just left the room said. He made a reference to the former president of the United States and his family and their known business dealings in China and other places. I found it interesting because one of the biggest differences between the Trump family and their foreign business dealings and the Biden family and their foreign business dealings is that the Trump family actually owns businesses. They actually own hotels and resorts, okay? Pretty stark difference from what we're learning, what many of us knew, and now we're actually learning as the Oversight and Judiciary Committee actually get to bring in witnesses. The sad thing is, for everybody in this room, everybody in this town, everybody in this country knows that if the FBI and our DOJ had the type of damning information, hard evidence, bank records, etc., on the money laundering that this president, his family, have been up to the last couple years, and their names were Eric and Don Jr., we wouldn't even be having this hearing. You know why? They'd be in jail. And this is exactly the type of thing I was talking about, Miss Murphy.
Y'all make sure
And this
y'all
is
like, share,
exactly why so
subscribe. We
many of
just
your
getting started.
colleagues have had enough and they've become whistleblowers. Miss Murphy, what do you think about that? So many of your colleagues have had enough. What do you think about the whistleblowers that just said, I can't do it anymore? I can't cover for the organization, the institution that I work for because I didn't swear an oath to them. I actually swore an oath to the United States and the Constitution. What do you think about that, ma'am? Do you feel like they betrayed the institution, or are you glad that they're up here?
Sir, I appreciate the question. You know, I'm proud and I'm happy that we live in a country where there's whistleblower protection acts and that people can come forward when they think things have been done incorrectly. You know, like I support the FBI. I think the FBI does amazing work.
You know, ma'am, I think they do some amazing work too. But I think we both know that its reputation is massively tarnished. And I think we're both glad that we have whistleblower provisions in this country. But I think if you weren't under oath and we weren't wearing these clothes and in this room right now and we were having a private conversation, I sure hope there's part of you that is embarrassed and disgusted with what the FBI has been up to. And I know the American people are. I mean, look at the movies growing up. You guys are in like every movie as the hero. When you were a little girl and you were watching movies growing up, did you notice that? Those cool blue jackets with the bright yellow lettering, the FBI on it. Was that pretty cool watching those movies growing up and those TV shows and now getting to work for this organization?
It's amazing to work for this organization. Yes, sir.
Yeah. Is there a part of you though that feels torn, ma'am? Like the whistleblowers that are coming up here now in droves that just say, I can't do it anymore. I didn't swear an oath to the FBI. Is there a part of you that feels torn or not at all? Ma'am, I'm asking you a serious question.
Sir, I'm very proud to work for the FBI. I think I stated that.
I know you are. That's not what I asked you, ma'am. I asked you if you feel torn.
Not at the least.
Not the slightest. Well, that's pretty sad, ma'am. That really is. And it really shows who your allegiances are to. It really does. And as somebody who served this country myself, and I come from a very proud unit, the SEAL teams, I know that my allegiances are not to NSW, Naval Special Warfare. They're not to a SEAL team. And I am glad. I am so proud that we have men and women who see their oath to this country and they said, I can't do it anymore. I'm going to go try and straighten this out so that the organization that I love can maybe, just maybe, be turned around, quit being a partisan tool, and actually protect the American people, which it clearly is not doing right now. Thank you. I yield back my time.
That's what I'm talking about right there. Plain and simple common sense. There you have a former Navy Marine. Well, you say, Al, Mag, tears are flowing like a fire hose. Yeah, Al, I am so glad that I know and understand that you are a true American patriot and that you love America, and we appreciate your insight. But, 2 points. The first point, and that's the point that hits the nail on the coffin when they try to implement Donald Trump and his ties with also, if you want a Patriots Lab hat, let me know, and I do have them. Donald Trump has businesses. Donald Trump is a world-renowned businessman. in the business world, there are times that you do business with countries that you might not otherwise tend to associate with. It's business. Business sees no color. Business sees no nationality. Business sees no religion. The only thing business sees is dollars. And that goes across the board for everybody. If Donald Trump if everybody stopped doing business with their enemies, there would be no business to be done. Business is what the Trump brand is. On the other hand, we have, and I want to go back to the beginning, because really, in the actual and factual scheme of it all, we're not supposed to even be debating the information stuff, the classified document stuff, because Joe Biden was senator and vice president. See, we're just putting that all aside. They got us to where we forgot first base. So, took a swing at the bat, just went past first base. First base is he was senator and vice president, which gave him no authority at all to even have classified documents to be being discussed about. So why are we trying to say who had less, who had more? He wasn't supposed to have them. So if we can get to that point, everything else is really minute. Because that's really the root cause. That's really the base foundation of it all. He was never entitled to have those. You can say, and see, Trump has an argument. Trump has a legitimate argument. I was president, and now we are back and forth in conflict with the records, the documents. Because as president, I think I got this authority, y'all think I don't, and we gonna squabble about it. Joe Biden, you were never supposed to be in possession of those. Never. So the gig is up. The cat is out the bag. Everybody, you know the old saying, everybody and they mama know what Sleepy Joe is up to. Now, to get to, I'm going to come to the defense of James Comer, because there was a time that I really wanted to be like, you know, what are you guys waiting for? Why do you keep promising? Why do you keep coming out saying this? But what we have to realize and understand is every day that goes by, more and more overwhelming evidence is coming out against Joe Biden and his family. Where on the other hand, and we have to, we really have to look at it like this, and you got to have faith like this. Donald Trump isn't going to jail. Let's face that. We have to understand everything that these Democrats are doing is basically smoke and mirrors. I mean, they're throwing everything at it. They're throwing everything at the Republicans and Donald Trump. Well, not the Republicans. They're throwing everything after the Don. They are in hysteria and paranoia. Yeah, they are in desperation. They are. I I expect them to. I expect the Democrats to lose their mind and do whatever they can possible to take down Donald Trump. No matter what you think, no matter how you like it, no matter what you agree or disagree with. The lies, the constitutional violations. See, these people are picking fights that they have no concept that they're picking. Now, they got this black lady, she ain't even a lady. They got this black child, this black girl, this black woman in Georgia to come out and charge my man with his 4th indictment. Now, this is how egotistic and how ignorant and bliss my people can be sometimes. She was supposed to say, I'm not going to jail for you people. I will have a better political career probably if I expose what y'all trying to get me to do. But no, she wants to come out and send out all of these charges on this 4th indictment, not having a legal hat on, but having a political hat on, being a political errand child for the Democrats, and she went and got herself in some trouble. Why do you think she came up with so many charges? And 90% of the charges, she don't know what they stand for. She don't know what they mean. She has no idea. But the one that hit me the hardest was the RICO Act charge. Girl, do you know you're trying to indict one of the people who helped create the RICO. I like to call him Mr. RICO myself, Rudy Giuliani. Oh, they are going to have, if it even makes it to trial. Can you see this young, wet behind the ear whippersnapper trying to go up against the likes of the talents of a Rudy Giuliani? It's going to be epic. She seems to think that she's going to have the FBI in court with her and all the big wigs in court. No, girl, you out there by yourself, and you're going to have to hold your own if it makes it. If it makes it. Donald Trump is not... Yeah, the Don is dealing with a lot. That I must admit. But you know what? Sometimes certain people are built for certain shit at a certain time. Just sometimes. Just sometimes. So, y'all keep praying for 45. And, everything's going to be all right. Everything's going to be all right. But we're going to get into our next clip because we're already on the Bidens. But, you know, I was just saying every day there's some new shit coming out. So now we have some new stuff on Sleepy. I don't know what his name is now. I don't know what his name is. Man. Let's roll it.
They found Joe Biden's private email alias, Robert L. Peters.
I believe that one reason that Hunter was CC'd on those emails where Joe Biden was using a fake name is so Hunter could prove to the Ukrainian oligarch, look, help is on the way. Who do you think they were referring to when they were talking to Hunter Biden, who they've said was dumber than their dogs, who was a drug addict, who had no experience, that we need help from Washington? Who do you think they were talking about?
But a lot of this was litigated more than a decade ago. The Obama-Biden spokesman publicly explained at the time that aliases are commonplace, and he explained why.
If they are inundated in one account with either public emails or spam or the like, that they can continue to use their other account for normal work.
If somebody uses an email alias like then Vice President Biden apparently did, those emails are still subject to FOIA. So if he was trying to hide something, he would essentially be hiding it in plain sight, at least in this case. Back to you.
Right, and the way I read the story, Peter, it was also a federal government agency website, so it's not like he, was doing anything off the books. But don't a lot of people in D.C. do this?
Yeah, as I understand it, just about everybody's boss in D.C., all the elected officials have some version of this. And there is a wide range when it comes to alias stories. This is not like a private account outside a server where your name is Carlos Danger.
Yeah, good point.
Which was around the same time as this.
Yeah.
They have very plain names that nobody would think to pick out if they got like an email directory of a whole office.
Well, Peter, why did it take this oversight committee 8 months to figure out kind of a no-brainer?
That's a great question. They say that they will explain it as they get the info. So we'll wait for that.
One other thing, Peter, we've asked you a million times where Hunter Biden lives.
Yes.
Because it looks like he lives there. And
Okay, so we're not even going to talk about Hunter Biden living at the White House right now. My goodness. Have you ever... When is the last... Hunter Biden is a grown-ass man. See... we talk about the regular average guy on the street. We clown, we joke. Oh man, you a grown man, you living at your mama house. Hunter Biden is literally living at his mama house. He's trying to act like he's so broke. Listen, either they are the dumbest people and they don't know how to manage. We already know y'all got the millions and gazillions of dollars. So you might as well stop faking the funk, and just live your best life. Live your best life. But here, let's get back to these aliases. So, when you want to do something and you want to be inconspicuous about it, you just do it in plain sight. You just do it in plain sight. And see, what Peter Ducey just said, you pick a random, you just get some name that if you found it on a directory, it wouldn't pop out at you. It's just another name on the directory. Robert L. Peters. Ooh, Robert. Okay, so from now on, Joe, your name is Robert L. Peters. So, President VP Peters, VP Robert L. Peters. So, this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to the aliases. See, because first you got to discover, which they did, and now you have to investigate, which I'm sure Comer will. And I want him to. I've learned to pump the brakes because, see, I don't want no stone unturned when it comes to these people. Because I know what's going down. I know they're going away. Oh, yes. For the simple fact that Donald Trump isn't going away. I sit back and I watch these polls. I don't care what you say. If the candidates haven't started gaining ground, mainstream media, as long as Donald Trump is 40 points and you see, when it's so overwhelming, you can't finagle it. Only thing you can do is try to explain it away. And that's exactly what they're trying to do. Oh, well, so-and-so, he's jumped up into second place. He's gained 2 points. Listen. They're not doing nothing but running on Donald Trump's agenda anyway. It would be, take my man Vaswamy, the Vaswamy guy. Now he seems very articulate. Now he's trying to come out to be, I'm not the Republican, I'm not the Democrat, I'm the open-minded independent. I'm like Donald Trump. I'm the outsider. But yet he's still, well, I believe he's fighting for VP. What do y'all think? I believe he's fighting for that VP slot. I don't think he's just trying to pass up on DeSantis. And he did that. Because DeSantis is just going away somewhere. Did y'all know, and I'm sure y'all heard about it, DeSantis' super PAC, his own people, put out his playbook. And then tried to wish it away like it was an accident, like it was an error. You got things at the highest level that people want us to believe is a coincidence. Just like old girl that prematurely released the indictment on Trump. Really? We're supposed to believe it's just a coincidence. So, DeSantis isn't bigger than his super PAC, obviously. Because they're supposed to work for him. And they put him on blast. That's it in action. They've already shown him what they can do. The people that's supposed to be out helping him, they've already shown them that, yo, we can get inside. Actually, we are inside. We are inside. It's crazy. It's ridiculous. I appreciate everybody for tuning in today. It's a great day. It's a great day to be an American. It's a great day to be in America. I want to welcome the new viewers. Mary Denny Bush. Hello. Diane DeAndre. Hello. So ridiculous. Yes, it is. Okay, I can't get that up there right now. I'll get those up there. Lena Evans, good afternoon. Dory Ferdinand, good afternoon. Perry Dennison, good afternoon. So, oh my goodness, it's Friday. I'm hyped, can you tell? So, let's switch lanes real quick. We're going to move over to the world of transgenderism again. So, as y'all know, I always save my 2 cents for after, so I'm going to let them talk about it. And it seems like it just won't change. It just won't stop. But we got to speak up.
Hi, my name is April Hutchinson. I'm a competitive powerlifter with the Canadian Powerlifting Union. 2 days ago, we saw a biological male literally crush the women's masters powerlifting category by almost 500 pounds. Taking away the national records, also the second highest deadlift in powerlifting history. So men don't have an advantage, right? Okay. It's so important to keep women and girls sports fair and safe. We need to use our voices, men and women, to let everyone know that fairness and safety has to be top priority of every federation. Any woman, man, or federation that supports men lifting or competing with women is part of the problem, and they should be ashamed, and they are literally helping erase women's sports. So I ask you, please use your voice. You will not be silenced. It is imperative to speak up. We are the majority, not the minority. We speak truth and facts. Bodies play sports, not identities. Thank you.
Okay. So, if you haven't heard, there is this transgender who just smashed the woman's weightlifting record. And there are some people that are okay with this. Let me just ask you a quick question. What if it was you? What if it was your child? What if it was somebody you really proclaim to love and care about that has just gotten their heart broken, their dreams and goals crushed by a man biologically that now identifies as a woman, with the knowing that they're stronger, but yet y'all are helpless and rendered helpless in a situation like this? What do? I tell you what you do. You hold the line, because all of this shit's about to come to an end. Yeah, I know it's taken a long time, but we have, first remember it was Riley Gaines. Now you have this woman, and this is my advice, because the brave sacrifice. So this would be my advice. The women, don't compete. When there are 80 y'all standing up on the swimming platform, and that one dude decided to bring his big toe, long, lanky ass up there and say hi with a deep voice next to you, when he gets ready to go in, all of y'all just take a step back. You do that enough time. Oh, it's going to bring effect and change. When there are 6 of y'all ladies getting ready to enter that powerlifting competition, and you see Big Bertha on the list, let him lift by himself. Let him lift by himself. Y'all have to take a stand. These teams have to take a stand. Forget what the coaches say. Because without y'all, the coaches don't have a job. So forget what the coaches say. Forget what the administration say. Because without y'all, the administration ain't getting no checks. If they aren't participating in the events. But it's going to take sacrifice. Sometimes you got to sacrifice and stand for what you believe in. And sometimes that causes you to have to give up on some things for the moment. I don't know what else to tell y'all. You can't continue to come out and complain about what's going on, because the system is not going to just fix itself like that. It's not. You have to make change in more ways than just voicing it. Sometimes you got to put action and let them know that you're serious about what you're talking about. That's it. Women of America, it's time that y'all said enough is enough. Can I see the 1 million woman march? Can I see the 1 million moms march? For your own womanhood to be preserved. I would say that's something to march for. But at the end of the day, Donald Trump ain't going nowhere. Donald Trump is going to go down in history as the first and probably only president to get all these false indictments on him, use it as his campaign trail. They talk about, well, you know, they're trying to tie Donald up so he can't campaign. No! Donald is campaigning every day. Every day Donald Trump show up to court, guess what? He's gonna be campaigning. Because the eyes of America will be focused on Donald Trump. So, schedule all the court appearances, schedule all the hearings, follow Trump from his hotel to the courthouse, wall to wall. All of that is now his new campaign strategy. They think America and they think Mega Nation is going to wake up and all of a sudden just say, no more. No more Donald Trump. No more. It's evident. It's evident what is happening. The Don is doing nothing but picking up momentum day after day after day, and they don't like it. They're trying to figure it out. Democrats, there's nothing to figure out. I'm a man of reason. Patriot Nation is a man of reason. We don't support criminals. We know and understand that y'all are setting the Don up. We know and understand this. Why do y'all continue to expect us to go somewhere? Why does Ron DeSantis continue to think that because he got introduced to Mega Nation, that he's going to peel Mega Nation away from Donald Trump? You traitor, you unloyalist, you get nothing from Mega Nation. There's people out there that are finally realizing Mega Nation is not a joke. No! Not when you're millions strong. No! And I haven't even done the math since this clown, Robert L. Peters, has been in office. I haven't even done the math on how many, not just independents, have swung to the right side. And no pun intended, but it's the right side. But how many Democrats have jumped ship? Because they have finally decided to choose country over party. And I say country over party because Republicans, you can't get it twisted. The Mitch McConnells, the, what's the other one? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Yeah. If the old guard wasn't still around, Biden would have been indicted, impeached. But he's being protected and saved by the old guard of the Republican Party. And their pockets are too deep. Their donors are too deep. The Matt Gaetz, the Ted Cruzes, they can't fight them. As you can see, they're just hoping and waiting for them to just fall off, die off, croak. And then it'll be up to us to make sure we implement people in there that we want in there. Because I'll tell you what, we have been awoken to the elections fraud schemes and all. We've been awakened to that. And we've seen the results of what can happen when we just accept anything and accept stuff that we know not to be right. We've seen what happens. And we don't like it, do we? No, we don't. No, we don't. So, if y'all haven't heard, you're about to hear it. It's come to be known. Let me see here. Okay. It's come to be known that Biden and his administration are planning to initiate a plea deal with the 9/11 Mastermind. Now, I'm not a conspiracy theorist or anything like that. I let Obama rock me with the we put Osama's bin Laden's body out to sea. Okay. Something that'll never be discovered again. You know, once they say you out to sea, we got to leave it at that. Okay. They let him out to sea. Who's going out there to dig him up? Who's going out there to verify? We're talking about the ocean. So, okay. Cool. But now, the man who had the death penalty on him, the man who was going to pay with his own life, in my personal opinion, is justified for taking the lives of so many Americans, for planning the taking of the lives of so many Americans. This administration wants to offer him a plea, a life sentence. A life sentence. There's no pleading involved. There's no plea deal necessary. But you know, I go back to what that former Marine, that Navy SEAL said. It shows the American people where your alliance really and truly lies. You, Joe Biden, aka Robert L. Peters, you, sir, trying to lock up your opponent for life, making it equal to the 9/11 Mastermind? I go to sleep at night now well in knowing that these people's days are numbered. Donald Trump is not going anywhere, and he's damn sure not going to jail. Don't believe the hype. Don't get focused in on the smoke and mirrors. Don't get smoked in on everything that they try to get you focused in to just discourage you. Know and understand that at the end of the day, Donald Trump has truth and America on his side. These people are not bigger than America. I've been telling my followers this for 8 years. Yes, America, we go through some shit. We have our dark days. We do. What country doesn't? But there's one thing that sets us apart from the rest of the world. We're not just a resilient people. We're not just a people that majority value our First Amendment, majority value our Second Amendment. What makes America great is that we're a people that will be willing to live, breathe, and die for what we believe in at the end of the day. Believe that. You come for our First Amendment, that's a fight. That's a discussion. That's a battle. That is something that we have to try and navigate through and get back on the right course. You come for our guns, our Second Amendment, you've crossed the line. And that's a line that even the elite don't want to cross. They'll skip around it. They'll try to ban the bump stop. They'll try to ban it. They'll try to ban it. In America, everybody got guns. Regular people got guns. Prominent people got guns. Thugs got guns. Either way they look at it, they already know at the end of the day they outgunned and outmanned. So it's all smoke and mirrors. They baited us into a second civil war, and that's exactly what they got. But except this time, see, they know when something happened once, it's more than likely going to happen again. Patriots, remember, we broke the algorithm. Trump was never supposed to win. But see, even some things, even to them and for them, is out of their control as of that night. And see, it hasn't done nothing but double up, triple up. In order for them to do something with this election, they're going to have some UFO interference. That's the only thing I see that they could possibly. There literally would have to be some type of UFO experience to keep the American people's eyes, ears, and minds closed to this upcoming election. So, I appreciate everybody for joining today, tuning in. I see I got Baby Bro in the house. Mike Moyer. Once again, let me give shout outs to everybody. Bill Reese, Yvonne Gomez, Mama D. Who else we got? Wendy Lee, Lisa Dawn Hill, Ramblin' Rick, Lori Owens, Tori Anderson, Goran Aziank, Freedom Reigns is in the building. Dottie Estates, hello, how are you? Merle Johnson, hello, how are you? Jeff Barbo, my brother, I will see you hopefully soon in Branson, Missouri. Ali Opp, or either at the rally in the Valley. I'll see you at either one of those. Thomas L. Homer, Petty Chambers, Deborah Joyner, Raymond Patrick, Leanna Evans, Dory Ferguson, Lily Freedom, Tammy Piera, Amelia Cooper, Gail Beck, Frank Hollingsworth, Tony R. Bacord Peterson, Philip McDaniel. And who we have over here? Lorraine Coughlin, Pat Riots in the building, Gail Bice, Diane DeAndre. Like, share, subscribe. We've been dealing with it for a minute. And we're gonna deal with it for a minute more. But we have to stay diligent. We have to stay encouraged, because, like I told you, it's all smoke and mirrors. The Don is not going to jail. All the hyperbole, all of the drama, all of the eggs being thrown against the wall, all of the indictments, all of the 240 years hanging over his head. You know, in order to understand, first you must remember. All roads lead to the Supreme Court. Why do you think that was one of the most important things that Donald Trump made sure was tight in the beginning? Why do you think one of his main agendas and main focuses was to implement conservative court judges? Because everything else after that is just smoke and mirrors. We have to understand there is nothing that the Don has done that's going to enable them to do what they're trying to do. It just can't happen. Once again, I reiterate, these evil beings are not bigger than the United States of America at the end of the day. They're just like you and me. Human beings with a lot more power, a lot more money, with more demonic and evil twisted ways, yes. But none of us here who have had the privilege of breathing life on this here soil, none of us have ever been bigger than the country itself. With everything we've been through since its existence, no one person has ever been bigger than the country. Everybody pays the piper. They will have their day. Their day is coming closer and closer every day. I appreciate everybody for tuning into the Lab Noon Break. Enjoy your weekend. Drive safe. Keep praying for your president, Donald J. Trump. Keep praying for this country. Deuces. I am out.